integer constant, floating constant, and character constant. So in the integer constant, what you have studied? Integer constant is it should have at least one digit and it must not be a decimal point, right? We already studied up, right? So integer constant.
Yes, sir.
So it should not have any decimals, right? Next, it can be a positive or negative element, and it should not accept any commas. And when you're working with the declaration of the point or decimals, the first letter should be a digit and it should be a decimal. It should be a decimal. And it can be a positive or negative element. Here also say, yeah. Yeah, tell me. Any doubts?
No, Balakrishna. Continue.
Okay. Rules for constructing character constant. The first one is it can be a single alphabet. It can be a single alphabet or special symbol. So it can accept a single alphabet or a special symbol. Next, it can have the length of the character constant. It will be one character. So the length of the character constant is one character. Next, character can be enclosed. So whenever you are using the character constant, enclosed with a single quotes. Okay. So the character constant can be enclosed within a single quotes. Like example, character C equal to A. You can declare like this. So this is how you are going to declare the constant characters. So these are all the different types of constants: integer constant, decimal constant, and character constant. Now we'll write some sample programs. Now write a program. We already studied about write a program to print the area of this circle, right? Have you worked with that, right? Area of this circle. Yes, area of the square, area of the rectangle. Now I want to print the average of 5 subjects of students' marks. So write a program to print the 5 subject marks using scanner. Right at the moment, we haven't used any scanner. We haven't used any user inputs. Just we are going to assign the values and we are going to add, subtraction, we can do it. But there is one function called as a input function. We'll call it as that will go with that input function, then we'll go with the program. So the next important is user inputs in Java. There are 2 ways where we can assign the values. One by declaring the value directly, and other one by using a function called as a scanner function. A scanner is a Java utility function where the user needs to enter some values. The user needs to input the values. Okay. He can input the values by characters. He can input the strings. He can input the double values. He can input any kind of data type, can be user inputs. So here scanner is a predefined class which is used to take user inputs in Java. Until unless the user is not specified any value, you cannot compile the program. You cannot run the program. So this is a user inputs. Next, scanner is a class in library file which the user identifies or which the user specifies. Okay, so scanner is a class in library file which is a Java utility file, which is a Java utility package. So whenever you are whenever you're writing the scanner in the Java, it will automatically ask you to import the Java utility package in Eclipse. So we need to convert them. Next, scanner class consists of many functions to take inputs which is given by the user, mean it is a class function which it has many functions are there. What kind of functions? That is nothing but data types. We can give the integer values, we can give the characters, we can give the Boolean values, we can give the double, float, long, int, short. There are different ways where the user needs to specify the values by using a function called scanner. The first one is functions in user inputs are first one. The first function is next int. Have you heard this term, next int? Anybody?
Yes.
So what is the use of next int?
We store the integer values.
Yes. Used to read integer values from the user.
In next int is I is capital.
Yeah. That whenever you're writing there, you can write out. But actually,
Yes.
next int will call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, second one. So how do you read? I'll show you that one. So next one is next float. Read the float values. Mean that you can enter the decimal values also using next float. Next function is used to read string values from the user. To enter the string, we use next. To enter the float, next float. To enter the integer values, next int functions.
Sir, for string, I think next line, sir.
What one?
For string, to read the string values, we use next line.
Well, can't we use next? Can't we use next?
I think so, sir.
Without space from the user, I'm saying. Without space from the user, you can use next. Okay, na?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Value, we can write as without space from the user. Space lekunda just you entered it, that automatically says next. Next line, you are saying that, right? Next line is to use it to read the string values from the user. What is the difference between these two is, in the first one, you no need to give space. Directly you can give any number of characters. Okay, na? Now, next line is to give the space for every word. Okay, na? For every word, you can give the next line. Next, we can use next short also. Next short to read short values. What is it? Want to remember short value?
Short data type used to read the
0 to 3 to 5
multimedia, like videos, audios.
No. I'm asking how many characters, how many values you can enter after decimal. I'm asking.
128 plus 128 minus 128.
Okay. So now long, same thing long or see. In Java, short, long, float, all will come under double. After decimal, you can enter any number of characters. So that's why when you are using float now, we need to assign with the 0 point something like with the F. So automatically that will convert into the double only. Okay. So we are not using separately long, short, single. float, we used to go with the double value only. We used to go with the double value. So to read the long values from the user, So this is the next one. Now we'll see sample example for all these things. So I want to read I want to get the 5 subject marks of the student and get the average marks of the student. So I want to read all the 5 subjects and I want to get the average marks. Can we do it using scanner?
Yes, sir. Can.
Okay.
Now, yes, we can do it.
Syntax for scanner is, so what is the syntax we are using is scanner. Variable sc equal to new
scanner
of system.in. So here system.in is an utility file in Java which will read the values by using a function called scanner, Now we'll say an example. Right click on that, go to new, click on the package. I'm going to create and mention as day 2, day 21. I'm giving. Now under the day 21, I'm going to create right new, go to new, click on the class and mentioning as reading data. Public static void main, click finish. Now here I'm going to use, so what is the function we are going to use? Scanner function. So we need to create an object for scanner. So scanner sc equal to new scanner of system.in. Okay. After that, so I'm going to create a variable for string. I want to display the name of that student. Next, integer roll number. Next, float. So instead of float, I'll use double, like marks. Double marks. So I want to get only marks. So now what we can do, just I want to read,
import the
I want to input the values, I want to print. I don't want to do any average, just okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use system.out.println, enter the name of the student, enter the name. Now what I can do, plus name. Can I use plus name? You don't need to mention any name here. Just I'm going to give name. Now, so what is the variable I declared here? Name, right? So scanner, change to scanner, import scanner. Have you seen this? This is a utility function. It is an utility function. Now, so I'm going to use variable is name equal to, what is the variable I created? SC, right? SC dot next. Okay, now next. Now, so after that, I'm going to use system.out. We can use next line also. That's not going off like, I'll go for next line. Okay, now we'll try with next line.
Capital letter.
Okay, next. Enter the roll number. Now after that, What is the roll number? Roll number equal to, what is the variable I declared here? Roll number, right? So roll number equal to SC dot next line. Okay, so I entered my roll number. The last one is system dot out dot println. What is the error we're getting out? Change to,
You are declaring as integer, but you are taking string. Roll number only. Next int.
oh yeah,
Next int.
okay, na?
Yes.
Got it. So I'm going to enter the marks. Just now marks equal to SC dot next double. I'm going to take as a double values. So just I'm going to read. I want to input that values and I want to print that sum. So I'm not going to enter any average. So this is for reading. Now declaring. So now I want to enter the output. So system dot out dot println name plus name. Okay, similarly, system dot out dot println roll number plus roll number. Similarly, system dot out dot println, so marks or marks now plus marks. So just I'm going to assign the values and I want to print them. That's all. Save the file. Now if I run this, run as Java application. Is there any errors? What is error you're getting out?
Class one.
Could not find the load man class name. Why it is showing this? Okay, I don't think I'll create them in other class. So it may problem with this. Class not found exception. Just one second. Okay, enter the name, enter the roll number, enter the marks. Okay.
Yes, Balakrishna.
Okay, so this is how we are going to print the. Now, if you want to get the average of 5 subject marks, so how do you work with it? So what we can do, we need to enter all the subject marks. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4 can enter that. So we'll try to work on Mark 1. So we'll make as Mark 1 and there we can make as Mark 1. So I'm going to declare in the double, I'm going to mention Mark 1, comma, Mark 2, comma, Mark 3, Mark 4. Next. So comma, total and percentage. Okay, total and percentage. Now for that, so I'm going to enter mark 1. Just so if you have any doubt, just you can ask me. Okay. So this is the mark 2. I'm going to enter the mark 2 and I'm going to mention mark 2 equal to SC dot next double. Right. And I'm going to enter the third mark. Enter the mark 3. So just going to enter the, so within 10 minutes is going to disconnect. Again, you can rejoin, all of you. So
Yes,
mark,
Balakrishna.
yes, mark 3. Again in
Okay,
5, mark 4, enter the mark 4. Now I'm getting 4 marks and I'm going to total equal to mark 1 plus mark 2 plus mark 3 plus mark 4, right? Now, so system dot out dot println total marks. Now, percentage equal to total by 5, right? Total by 4. Is it correct? So, system dot out dot println to percentage. So all this been declared, right? Any other things to be declared? Now just enter the scanner function. What happened? Is there any error? What is the error you're getting out? We record all these things. Total 1, mark 1. Enter the mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, mark 4, and mark 5. So if I compile this, so enter the name, Kumar, enter the roll number, 12, mark 1, 90, mark 2, 89, 80, mark 3, 90, 70. Okay, na? Total marks, percentage, name, roll number. So this is how we are going to do. The same way, this is a manual where you're going to try to scanner. We can also use this by using conditional statements. If the percentage is above, if the total marks is above, we can give the conditions by using single if nested, and we'll see it out later. So this is just by user input values, we are going to write a program for subjects for 5 marks and get the total and average. So this is how we are going to work using scanner function. So the scanner is a user predefined function which is used to input the values. So the user can input any kind of data. What kind of data he can enter? He can enter example. So he can enter integers, he can enter characters, float, decimal, any type of data he can enter. Okay, now it's not enriched. Right? So this is a program. So can you check the username and password for a page? I want to check if the username and password are similar. Then click on particular button. Else, navigate to the home page. You can also use if condition, but right at the moment, I'm not going to work on if condition. Just I'm going to use only a scanner function, using the scanner functions only. Next. So any doubts in the scanner, right?
Yeah, no, sir.
Yeah, no.
No, Balakrishna.
What is the keywords? The keywords in Java. What are the keywords present in Java? The keywords are nothing but a system-defined library files or system-defined library elements stored in the software itself. So the word which is predefined in the library is called a keyword or Keyword or system defined functions or elements. Now these keywords cannot be used as a declaration for variable, as used for declaring for a variable. We cannot use these keywords as for declaring a variable. Next, keywords cannot be used as a variable declaration. That may be a functions, function names, class names. Those also we cannot declare as a keyword. So these keywords cannot be used for declaring class names, function names, and or for an identifier. Identifier are the variables. Okay. Next. Example of keywords are integer, character, float, all these things. So list of the keywords are, what are the keywords varying? Character, next constant. Is constant a data type or it is a keyword? Is a keyword constant?
A keyword.
Right? Sure. Next, any other things? Continue, break,
This
if,
super.
while, do while, switch statement,
This is super.
this, super,
Super. Extension.
Abstract.
Extend.
Private.
name, private,
Abstract.
Default.
Implements.
default,
Implements to extend.
Implements.
protected,
Return.
next import,
Throws.
Throws.
static, throws, try, catch,
Catch.
finally,
Finally.
stop, finally,
Else. If else.
else, if, okay, if else will make us
Catch.
else, next,
Catch.
any other things? Package,
Yes.
okay. So these are all the different. Assert is also a next. Implements, next. Private is already over. Break, next. E-number, next.
Default
already
protected.
written. Okay. So these are all
protected.
the different keywords which are library functions. Using these keywords, we can declare a variable or declare a method or function name or a class name. So these are the different kinds of keywords present in the Java. Now we'll see sample program. Can we write a program to check whether the alphabet is uppercase or lowercase? How do you check? Write a program to check whether the given alphabet is a uppercase or lowercase. How do you check?
To use string methods.
To use string. Uppercase.
To uppercase or
to uppercase, to lowercase.
Without string, we can't use.
Use.
Yes, can. By using ASCII values.
Any other things? Is there any function? One question is there any function or is there any a keyword which the user needs to enter the character value? Is there any function as a keyword to enter the value by the user for character? Anybody? Right at the moment we can enter the integer values by using scanner. You can enter the value of double values, strings, long, single, all these things. But how we can enter the character by the user? Is there any function? I'm asking.
No, we don't.
Sure.